The vegan street food Saigon never advertises. Vietnam has over 90 million Buddhists, and every single one of them figured out something the rest of the world is still catching up to. Plant-based eating isn't a trend here, it's centuries old. It lives in the alleys, the morning markets, the carts that disappear before 7 a.m. The food tourists miss isn't hidden. It's just not on the menu they're looking at. 14 dishes, 0 meat, all Saigon. And dish number 9 is the one that's going to make you question every vegan meal you've ever had. Subscribe to Traveling and Eating, Passport to Flavor. What Chay means and why it changes everything. Most tourists leave Saigon never knowing this word existed. Chay, one syllable, completely plant-based. And it unlocks an entirely different city hiding inside the one everybody else is visiting. Vietnam's Buddhist population has been eating this way for centuries. Not for trends, not for Instagram, but for tradition, discipline, and spiritual practice rooted deeper than any wellness movement the West ever invented. Here's what nobody tells you before you land. The best Chay food doesn't live in restaurants. It lives in alleys with no signs, morning stalls with no menus, and carts run by women who have been making the same dish since before you were born. Every dish in this video comes from that world. And the further in you go, the better it gets. Stay until dish number 9. You'll understand why. Dish number 1, Bánh mì Chay. The $1 vegan sandwich locals grab every morning. The most important sandwich in Southeast Asia costs less than $1, and the vegan version might be better than the original. Bánh mì Chay hits different at 6 a.m. Crispy French-influenced baguette, a colonial legacy that Vietnam took, improved, and made entirely its own. Stuffed with silken tofu, pickled daikon, shredded carrots, fresh cilantro, sliced chili, and a smear of house-made Chay pate that has absolutely no business tasting that good. This is not a compromise meal, this is the meal. Saigon locals don't grab this because they're vegan. They grab it because it's fast, cheap, and built for a city that doesn't slow down for breakfast. You'll find it on carts before the city wakes up. By 8 a.m., the good ones are already sold out. Miss it once, you'll set an alarm the next day. Stay with us. Dish number 2 is the bowl tourists walk past every single day without knowing what they're losing. Dish number 2, pho mushroom. The bowl tourists always walk past. Pho is Vietnam's most recognized dish on the planet, and the vegan version is the one most tourists never even consider ordering. That is a serious mistake. The broth is the whole story here. Slow simmered for hours with charred ginger, star anise, cinnamon, and a depth of umami that comes entirely from dried shiitake and king oyster mushrooms layered into the pot before dawn. No bones, no shortcuts, just pure technique. What lands in the bowl is clean, complex, and quietly aggressive in the best possible way. Rice noodles, fresh herb plate, bean sprouts, hoisin, chili oil. The assembly is the same. The soul is different. Saigon's Buddhist communities have been perfecting this version for generations. It was never on the tourist map because nobody thought to look for it. The bowl that gets overlooked is almost always the one worth finding. Dish number 3, Bánh xèo Chay, crispy sizzling pancakes stuffed with oyster mushrooms. There is a sound in Saigon that stops people mid-street. A violent, aggressive sizzle that hits the pan and announces itself to the entire block. That's Bánh xèo. And it's been doing that for centuries. The name literally translates to sizzling cake. Turmeric yellow rice batter, poured hot into a scorching pan, folded over a filling of oyster mushrooms, mung beans, and bean sprouts, then pressed until the edges go paper thin and shatter like glass when you bite them. The texture alone is worth the trip. Locals don't eat this with a fork. You tear it, wrap it in mustard leaf and lettuce, dip it into a light Chay fish sauce that somehow tastes exactly like the real thing, and eat it with both hands over a plastic table that's been on that sidewalk for 30 years. This is the dish that converts people, every single time. Dish number 4, Buddhist steamed rice plates. From District 5, Chinatown. There are restaurants in District 5 that have been serving the same plate of food since the 1970s. No rebrand, no menu update, no reason to change something that was already perfect. This is that plate. Steamed jasmine rice, pressed firm and portioned by hand. Alongside it, braised tofu in caramel sauce, stir-fried morning glory with garlic, pickled mustard greens, and a small bowl of clear vegetable broth that tastes like someone's grandmother made it specifically for you. Simple, intentional, completely devastating in the best way. This is Buddhist temple food that migrated from the kitchen into the street. Rooted in the Chinese-Vietnamese community that built District 5 into what it is. A neighborhood that feeds people honestly, cheaply, and without ceremony. Every ingredient earns its place on the plate. Nothing is decorative. Nothing is wasted. In a city that never stops moving, this plate is the stillest, most grounding thing you will eat. Dish number 5, Bun Bo Hue Chay, the spicy noodle bowl. Done plant-based. Bun Bo Hue is the most underrated noodle soup in Vietnam. Spicier than pho, deeper than anything the tourist menus are showing you. And the Chay version doesn't apologize for a single thing. The broth starts with lemongrass, shrimp paste's plant-based substitute, and a chili oil that builds slowly, then hits all at once. Thick round noodles. Mock pork knuckle made from layered wheat gluten that pulls apart exactly the way it should. Fresh herbs piled high. This bowl was built in Hue. It traveled south. And Saigon made it dangerous. Most tourists never order this because they don't recognize the name. That is exactly why the locals still have the best seats. The heat lingers. The flavor stays longer. Dish number 6. Goi Cuốn Chay. Fresh spring rolls with coconut milk dipping sauce. Every country in Southeast Asia has a version of the spring roll. Vietnam's is the one that made the rest of them irrelevant. Goi Cuốn Chay. No frying. No shortcuts. Rice paper rolled tight around vermicelli noodles, shredded purple cabbage, fresh mint, Thai basil, sliced cucumber, and tofu pressed firm enough to hold its shape through every bite. The sauce is where Saigon separates itself from everyone else. Not peanut sauce, not hoisin, a house-made coconut milk dipping sauce, slightly sweet, faintly salty, with a white pepper finish that lingers exactly long enough. Street vendors have been rolling these by hand since before dawn. Each one identical, each one perfect. This is the dish that looks simple and tastes like someone's been practicing for 20 years. Dish number 7, vegan Cơm Tấm. Broken rice the way Saigon locals eat it. Cơm Tấm is Saigon's most personal dish. Not pho, not banh mi. This one, the rice that built the city's identity from the ground up. Broken rice, the grain fragments left behind after milling, was originally food for people who couldn't afford whole rice. Saigon took that story and turned it into its most beloved meal. The Chay version doesn't mourn what's missing. It builds something better. Grilled lemongrass tofu, cha-chay egg cake, pickled daikon and carrots, a fried shallot garnish, and a small bowl of sweet soy dipping sauce poured tableside. Every element earns its place. Nothing is filler. This is the plate Saigon locals eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner without apology. The rice is broken. The flavor is not. Dish number 8, tofu skewers, from the night cart nobody talks about. The best street food in Saigon doesn't open until the sun goes down. And it doesn't have a sign. After 8 p.m., the city shifts. The tourist restaurants fill up, and quietly, 3 streets over, a cart appears with a charcoal grill, a handwritten price, and a queue of locals who found it years ago and never told anyone. Firm tofu, pressed overnight, marinated in lemongrass, garlic, and 5 spice, threaded onto bamboo skewers and grilled over live charcoal until the outside blackens at the edges and the inside stays soft enough to pull apart with chopsticks. Finished with a brushing of chili tamarind glaze that has no right being that complex for 50 cents. No tables, no menu. You eat standing up. That's exactly what makes it perfect. Dish number 9. Bún Chay rice noodle salad with roasted peanuts and lime. This is the dish that will make you question every vegan meal you've ever had. Bún Chay, cold rice vermicelli, served at room temperature the way Saigon intends it, not as a compromise, but as a deliberate choice made by people who understand balance better than most professional chefs. Shredded green mango, julienne carrots, torn fresh mint and perilla, crushed roasted peanuts scattered across the top like they own the bowl. Then the dressing hits. Lime juice, chili, a touch of coconut sugar, and a Chay fish sauce so precisely calibrated it rewires your understanding of what plant-based cooking is actually capable of. Every bite is cold, bright, acidic, crunchy, and completely alive. This is not a side dish. This is the whole argument for Vietnamese vegan food in a single bowl. Dish number 10, Hủ Tiếu Chay. Southern noodle soup gone fully plant-based. Hủ Tiếu is the soup Saigon claims as its own. Not borrowed from the north, not adapted from anywhere else. Born here, built here. Originally brought by Teochew Chinese immigrants and refined over generations in the south, this is the bowl that separates Saigon's food identity from the rest of Vietnam. The Chay version keeps everything that matters. Clear, delicate broth simmered with daikon, dried mushrooms, and rock sugar until it hits a sweetness that feels nothing like sugar and everything like depth. Thin tapioca noodles, bean sprouts, crispy shallots, fresh scallions, mock shrimp made from konjac that holds its shape better than it has any right to. The broth is quiet, the flavor is not. Locals eat this dry, noodles separate, broth on the side for sipping. Try it that way first. You will not go back to the other version. Dish number 11. Steamed bang cuốn, stuffed with wood ear mushrooms. There is a preparation in Saigon, so delicate that watching it made us stop talking completely. A thin sheet of rice batter, nearly translucent, poured onto a stretched cloth over steaming water, cooked in seconds, then lifted with a single bamboo stick without tearing. Rolled around a filling of seasoned wood ear mushrooms and glass noodles before it cools enough to hold its shape. This is one of the most technically demanding street foods in Vietnam. It sells for under $1. The texture is unlike anything else on this list. Silky, weightless, almost disappearing on the tongue before the earthiness of the mushroom filling pulls you back. Topped with crispy shallots and served with a bowl of light Chay dipping sauce on the side. Some dishes feed you. This one slows you down long enough to actually taste where you are. Dish number 12, vegan share, the sweet dessert soup sold from street carts at dusk. Western dessert culture never prepared you for this. A warm bowl of sweet soup served from a cart at sunset by a woman who has been making it the same way for 40 years. Chay is Vietnam's answer to every dessert question you didn't know you had. It is not ice cream, not cake, not anything with a Western reference point. It is its own category entirely, and Saigon does it better than anywhere else in the country. The Chay versions are the purest form it comes in. Layers of mung bean paste, pandan jelly, black-eyed peas, lotus seeds, and coconut cream poured warm over shaved ice in combinations that change by cart, by district, and by season. Every vendor has a signature. Every bowl is different. Every version is worth trying. This is the dessert Saigon has been perfecting since before tourism existed. Cold, warm, sweet, strange, completely unforgettable. Dish number 13. Soy milk fresh from the morning market. In most of the world, soy milk comes from a carton. In Saigon, it comes from a woman who started cooking at 4 a.m. and will be sold out before you finish breakfast. Sữa đậu nành. Fresh soy milk, made daily, served warm, sweetened with just enough rock sugar to remind you that simple things done perfectly need nothing else. This is not a drink. This is a ritual. Saigon's morning market culture runs on it. Vendors, motorbike drivers, school children, elderly locals doing their daily shop. Everyone stops for a small plastic bag of warm soy milk before the day begins. The texture is nothing like the commercial version. Thicker, creamier, with a faint nuttiness that disappears the moment it cools down. Drink it warm, drink it fresh. Drink it standing up at the market, the way locals have been doing it for generations. This one costs almost nothing. It tastes like everything. Dish number 14. The hidden alley bowl that made us come back 3 days straight. There is no sign, no Google Maps pin, no influencer has posted it, and that is exactly why it is the best thing we ate in Saigon. Down a hem in District 3, one of those narrow alleys that swallows you whole the moment you turn in, sits 4 plastic tables, 8 plastic stools, and one woman running the entire operation alone. The bowl she serves has no official name. Locals just point and sit down. Rice vermicelli, braised tofu in caramel sauce, pickled vegetables, a broth so clean and precise it tastes like a decade of quiet repetition. No menu, no English, no tourists. Just a bowl that somebody's been perfecting in that alley, long before the city around it changed into something unrecognizable. Some places feed you. This one reminds you why you travel in the first place. How to find vegan street food in Saigon on your own. The biggest mistake tourists make in Saigon is waiting to be led somewhere. The best food in this city rewards the people who walk toward the unfamiliar and sit down anyway. Here is everything you need. Learn one word. Chay. Write it down. Show it to vendors. Point to it on a sign. That single syllable is the key to an entirely parallel food city, running alongside the one everybody else is visiting. Look for the Buddhist calendar. On the 1st and 15th of each lunar month, even non-vegetarian restaurants put out a full Chay menu. Street stalls that normally serve meat switch completely. The city quietly transforms twice a month, and most tourists never notice. Go early. The best Chay food is gone by 8 a.m. Morning markets, sidewalk carts, and alley stalls operate on their own schedule, one that has nothing to do with when tourists wake up. Set the alarm, show up hungry. Follow the plastic stools. If a stall has mismatched plastic furniture, a handwritten price, and a queue of locals eating in silence, sit down. You are exactly where you need to be. Bring cash, small bills. Smile first. Most vendors speak no English. Most of them don't need to. The transaction is simple. The hospitality is not. And finally, get lost on purpose. Saigon's best food has always lived in the hem, the narrow alleys that dead-end into kitchens, courtyards, and conversations you were never supposed to find. That is where this city keeps its real self. Every dish in this video came from exactly that kind of place. Now you know how to find them. 14 dishes, one city, a food culture built over centuries that most visitors fly home never having touched. Saigon's vegan street food doesn't ask for your attention. It never needed to. It was here long before the tourists arrived, and it will be here long after. The only thing standing between you and the best plant-based food of your life is knowing where to look. Now you do. Subscribe to Traveling and Eating, Passport to Flavor. Every week, real food from real places, zero tourist traps.